Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Franklin High School in Franklin, Pennsylvania. And I'm Brett Davis. I'm here with Rob Mertz. And Rob, Franklin, I didn't know where it was. I knew where Franklin Regional was, but I had no idea where this place was.
Yeah, I'm a lifelong resident of Western PA, and I've never been to Franklin before today. So,
well, we have the opportunity to be here today for the second round of the PIAA State Playoffs 2011 version, with your Upper St. Clair Panthers against the Ramblers from Erie Cathedral Prep, the champions from District 10.
Correct, yep.
And they're here courtesy of a 5-4 penalty shootout victory against our beloved Peters Township. And that was a game and a half.
Yes, it was. And the Panthers get here by way of a 2-0 victory over Alderdice the other night at Chartiers Valley. So we'll just set the stage real quick. The Panthers are dealing with some personnel issues at this point. Kevin Muck out today with that broken wrist suffered in that Alderdice game. A couple other players that are nicked up or are not here. John Gertunka's out of the lineup. And so today we've got our same back fours we've had the last few games. Erdman, Burdette, Blake, and Worthy in the back. Troy Kiernan has slid into that holding mid position. Jesse's starting attacking mid. And we've got up front the two outside players, Matt Kiernan, Steve Mackey. Joel Hart gets the start today up at target next to Don Pizzone. Now, right now we've got a pretty stiff wind here as we stand on the press box and as you're viewing this game, from the far side of the field to the near side, that's the direction the wind's blowing pretty hard. And so watch that to be a factor on our long throws. From the far side of the field, Garrett will be able to launch that ball far post, no doubt. Near side might be a little bit different, but it is a narrow field here at Franklin. Looks like a new facility, relatively new turf, so a good playing surface. It's not wet at all today, so it should be a good day to play, except for the wind.
Yeah, it really is a beautiful day up here, probably low 50s. This time of year is welcome. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky, but you're right. It is windy.
So just as the game gets going here, a little feeling out process. Teams trying to keep the ball and probe the defenses. St. Clair doing a good job of that so far, and we just need to come out here with some energy. And you know, the Cathedral Prep fans have traveled well today. There's probably twice as many of them as there are St. Clair fans.
Yeah.
Which you would expect. They're a little bit closer to Erie than to Pittsburgh.
Much shorter ride, yeah, much shorter ride for them. Now, the last time the Panthers played Erie Cathedral Prep was, I believe, 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And in the same exact game, it was the quarterfinals of the state playoff. And unfortunately for the Panthers, they found themselves on the losing end of that. If I remember correctly, that was a 2-0 game. Panthers fell to Erie Cathedral Prep at that time.
Well, as in any playoff game, the first goal is going to be important. It'd be nice if the Panthers could get that goal here relatively early. They haven't been able to do that much in the playoffs. They've been leaving things till late in games to settle the issue. So it'd be nice to see if we can get some offense. Here's Pizzone getting played in from Erdman. That ball will roll to the keeper, though.
All right, now I don't know much about Cathedral Prep. It looks like they're playing with 3 guys up top, or at least 2, maybe a little bit of a withdrawn forward. Maybe more of a 4-3-3 type of situation. I talked with some of the Peters parents after their game with Prep, and it was an interesting game. 4 red cards.
Yeah, that's amazing.
4 red cards. 3 earned by Peters, 1 by Cathedral Prep, and the 3 Peters cards, 2 for players and 1 for a coach.
Yeah, that's a lot of cards for one game. I know the quote from the prep coach in the paper was, that was one crazy game. So it was a good ball by Blake, trying to play hard in down the left flank. That's well defended, though. The defender will turn and play that ball out. So first throw, this will be an against the wind throw. The breeze comes and goes here. When it's on, it's pretty brisk, and right now it's died down a little bit. So good chance for Garrett to get this one into the box. Here comes the long throw, first one of the game. He does throw that towards the back post. Second ball comes out. Troy Kieran will try that with his left foot, and that's smothered by the Prep goalie.
Now, one of the things I did hear about the Prep team is they play somewhat similar to us. as far as the possession game is concerned. And the other thing that I was told is that their forwards will shoot.
Okay.
No matter where they are on the field, you need to be ready because they will take a shot.
Well, and it is a little different than a lot of teams with those three guys up top. They definitely have those three guys. So we want to make sure we don't get in a numbers down situation where we're allowing them to find a man free in that midfield and get a long shot off. And today, frankly, with the wind the way it is, you play a long shot and anything can happen to that ball while it's traveling in the air. So we need to be careful of that and just limit their shots on goal, be real diligent about limiting their ability to shoot the ball really from anywhere from 40 yards in.
Right, and basically the boys have to know you got to step in and take away the shooting lane, plain and simple. You can't give somebody a chance to turn and shoot. We saw, quite frankly, in the girls' game in the Whitfield Finals where Val Rapishek was 40-plus yards out, shot, and they win a Whitfield championship. So they've just got to step up and block shots, get in those shooting lanes, and just not take any chances with it at all. Now, early on here, the Panthers have done a nice job controlling the midfield, and we have more players in the midfield than they do, so we'll have that numerical advantage. So I suspect that we will have the run of play in the midfield with the three forwards up top, though a little different from what the Panthers have seen this year. I don't recall any other team committing the three forwards up top.
I agree with that. That's certainly different than what they've seen recently, so this is going to be something they're going to have to adapt to. You know, Prep's playing a flat back four, and they're keeping their line high, so it's going to be tough to get in behind them. But if we do have some room in the midfield, you know, I expect their goalie to play a lot like a sweeper and coming out and looking to clear balls that are played in behind.
Yeah. The other thing I will tell you for those that will be watching on TV, it's very difficult for us to see the scoreboard here, so it'll be difficult for us to tell you how much time is left in the game. But we'll do our best.
This is a somewhat narrow field, not quite 64 yards as far as I could tell, which is narrow, a little narrower than the St. Clair field, and so it's going to get congested. And I would imagine that opportunities here today are going to be few and far between.
Well,
so.
it's going to it puts a punctuation mark on just how important those set plays are going to be and those throw-ins are going to be, because with the field being a little bit thinner, if you will, not as wide, Garrett's going to be able to throw that ball on a frozen rope to that back post.
I was glad to see that the first throw he had was able to get into the air despite the wind. So here's Prep with the ball at midfield. Poljack defending that. That ball will get played in down deep. Conlon will have to come out to deal with that. Needs to be careful here. He does. Nice job. Just brings the ball back into the area and picks it up. Good service wide for Erdman. Here comes Mackey.
There's a great knockoff for Mackey. He's going to rip it.
Shot. Lays it across for Kiernan. It's there. Nice shot.
Oh!
Very nice job by the Prep keeper. And Mackey did a really good job there of getting that ball across goal. Certainly could have taken the shot. He had the angle, and it wouldn't have been a bad idea to shoot it, but he put a ball through. The center defender for Prep came back, slid in, and was able to tackle that ball, but Kiernan still got a shot off that deflected off the keeper, and then Hart was not able to put the rebound in.
Yeah, that play started because of a one-touch flick on to Mackey, who was able to get that ball in. I think right decision by Steven. Okay, I think the goalie thought he was going to shoot. He laid that ball across. I think it was the right decision. Just unfortunate for the Panthers not to have a 1-0 lead at this point in time, but definitely the best opportunity at this point in time of the game.
Yeah, I love to see Steve carry that ball in a little bit and make some of those defenders and the goalie commit to him out there, and then he's got the option in the middle. Once they commit to him, he can play it across the middle.
Kick into the box here for Prep. Ball's flicked on.
Not cleared. Here's Blake. Conlon will come out and smother this one. Well done. So there again, there's a ball splatted from midfield. Probably a little bit of wind. It's tough to judge that ball. Ball drops in our box. We got to eliminate those kind of mistakes. This time of the season, mistakes in the back will cost you games.
Well,
So far, so good for the Panthers, though. I think, you know, you always wonder coming into these games where you're not sure about your opponent. You know, clearly we're going to be able to play with these guys. This is not going to be a situation where we're outclassed, I don't think. At this point.
No, I don't think so. It's a good step, strong step by Garrett Blake to win that ball.
He had Matt short, just got to be patient there, play short and build the attack from there.
Yeah, Prep with the first substitution of the game.
I think the clock says that there's 30 minutes left, but I'm not sure. Looks like 3-0 up there. As Brett said before, is a real strong glare off the
strong glare and a
scoreboard.
little windy, as we said earlier, so we apologize for some of that wisping sound that may come across the microphones.
Matt Kiernan battling in midfield.
And you can hear the announcer here saying 30 minutes left in the first half.
I like the ball down into the channel on the far side of the field because the wind really is going to keep that ball in bounds. A lot of action on the near side here. Prep seems to prefer to attack down the right side, at least early in the game. Now, you mentioned earlier to me that one of their attackers did receive a red card in the last game, so they're playing short at least one of their players too. And as I mentioned, St. Clair with some injuries and some other situations that are taking guys out of the lineup.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Panthers to have some of those personnel issues because we don't come into this game with our strongest lineup.
Yeah, Kevin, missing Kevin. We're certainly going to miss him today. There again, that ball going wide to the far side is kept in bounds. Sort of thought it might run out, but I think the wind's sort of killing balls over there. Yeah,
and what's going to happen too is our backs, our defensive backs, they're going to have to be aware that there is going to be a guy, they're going to have to be aware that there's a forward there. We're not used to having three guys across up top, and as an outside back, it becomes tactically a little bit different than what you're used to when you're only facing one guy as a point striker as we play, or even with the two strikers that many of the teams play that we played against. And this is Garrett Blake with a big throw-in.
He's from way deep in the corner. He drives this one low. That gets through, but
Troy
it is cleared but not out.
Pops it up
Troy
over.
Chips. The goalie will come out and handle that. I notice I've been talking about the ball not going out on the far side. That last ball that Steve Mackey played across the field for Matt Kiernan, the opposite effect. The wind really carried that ball and got it out to Matt on this side, on the near side of the field as you're watching on TV.
Good step by Troy there to take away the passing lane.
Nice run by Dom. He's going to get on the end of that. Good tackle, but Dom's still with it. Past everyone. Cleared to Poljak. He's going to get a shot.
Poljak with a rip.
Wow, just
and that ball fell extremely well to Jesse. Johnny on the spot there. Ball falls well. He gets a nice shot. Just places it over the bar. One of the things I like here, too, is the fact that we do have multiple players up on those crosses. It's not just one player, okay? So the attacking mid and whatnot is coming up, and they're looking for those second balls. They're looking for those rebounds. They're looking for those misses. And we saw in the Alderdice game just how many times the guys in the back missed those balls.
Yeah, right. And I think, like I said, even more so today with the wind, it's going to be a little bit tougher to judge things. And ball handled by Prep at midfield. Troy comes up, intercepts that pass. Wide to Blake near side.
Garrett's got some space, keep his head up.
Mackey calling for the ball on the far side. Long ball put in, but that'll go to the keeper.
Yeah, just a little too deep, that's all. A little too deep towards the keeper. And you can hear some of the frustration in the Rambler faithful here. Not sure if they've seen this kind of control against their Ramblers here this season. And again, some of that I think is just a function of having more guys in the midfield. It's a nice step by Worthy. Yeah, that's just a good, solid move right there. And you know, Michael is not a flashy player, but it's just things like that that you just don't understand how important that is.
This in. Mackey in the corner. He does play the cross. Here comes Poljak late, or no, this Pizzone. I'm sorry, Worthy with a shot. Now, there was a case where probably had a little more time to carry that ball in from the flank and maybe draw some defenders down to the end line. Here's Burdett wide to Mackey. Give and go to Burdett. Again, he can take a touch to the end line.
Yeah, he's got to go to the end line. He's got to go end line.
Ball. There's Hart in the middle. He shoots and scores! He beats the goalie near post.
Hey, we have been talking about that all year, that both of us have been disappointed that we constantly cross the ball and cross the ball. Finally, we've got a player that goes to the end line, goes right at the goalie, and we score. We are up 1-0. Great job.
Just a really nice job. First of all, really nice give and go out there on the far side. Burdett to Mackey, back to Burdett. West did a really nice job. Exactly what you want to do when you have a ball in that situation. Take your first touch towards the near post. He went right at the near post, and then from there he just absolutely rocketed a shot up over the goalie's high near post shot. That's what they teach you at the youngest levels of the game. So he really did a nice job there. Well done by Wes.
Yeah, and again, I can't emphasize that enough. Just the difference tactically of what we've typically been doing versus what was done on that particular play. And great job, Wes Burdett. The Panthers find themselves up 1-0 against Erie Cathedral Prep here, quarterfinals of the PIAA playoffs.
Steve Mackey carrying through midfield. He's looking for Kiernan. He's going to challenge that outside back. Matt loses his footing there, though, and goes down.
Good step by Garrett. No turn, Garrett. Can't let him turn there.
We'll see what the reaction is from Prep and what the St. Clair reaction is. There's a good ball into the middle. Oh, that's well defended by Wes Burdett.
Wes Burdett, yeah. So let's get this ball cleared. One of the things I take away from that, Prep's got some fast forwards. Wes has got to watch that, okay? Wes has got to watch that. Ball over top for Kiernan. And that ball is still in. Matthew
nice
with an excellent job.
There's Dom.
Yeah, Matt Kiernan with an excellent job keeping that ball in. The defender basically just trying to shield Matt off and let that ball run out, but Kiernan would have none of it and manages to keep that ball in and gets a good cross off.
Well, it's nice to, frankly, I was a little worried. The Prep goalie seems to be really into it today, and he certainly is. Looks to be capable, and I was a little worried about us being able to solve him today, but here we go with that early lead that we talked about, and hopefully let our guys play with a little less pressure on them and just go out and create some things. There's Worthy winning a ball. He's starting to come forward a little bit more today than I've seen him in past games.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and it looks like we've got
looks like, is that Anthony Pizzone?
That may actually
possibly?
be Anthony Pizzone.
And Ethan Dysert in.
Is that Ethan Dysert coming in?
Anthony,
so he is playing.
Far left side for Matt Kiernan, and Dysert will go up top for Joel Hart.
Another big throw in here coming from Garrett Blake.
Good throw by Garrett, dropping in the middle.
Close him down, Anthony. It's well done. That's well done.
Get a chance to cross this ball. And
that's a great ball.
It's flicked on. Pizzone knotted that ball. Don Pizzone knotted that ball back into the middle. Ended up behind Ethan Dysert. So now it goes out the far side.
St. Clair was number 6, Ethan Dysert, and number 23, Tony Pizzone.
Good to see Ethan. Yeah, good to see Ethan in there. Wasn't sure if he was going to play today, but he must have felt pretty good at warm-ups.
I'm glad to see that.
It was good to see him in.
Moving around all right. Anthony Pizzone getting his first action of the playoffs here, so he certainly will bring physical presence to the game. Let's see if he can work some magic here.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be a little nervous, but that first little bit of contact and whatnot, he'll be fine.
Nice job by Conlon to come out and take that ball right off the foot of the Prep attacker.
Big punt by Joe Conlon.
Real nice punt.
Good
There's
step
Paul
by
Jack
Jesse. He's
winning.
going to keep coming. Well done, Jesse.
He's going to get down that right flank. There's room over there. Ball floated across, but that'll go out over the end line.
He's disappointed. He didn't get as good a cross as he would have liked to on that. Did a wonderful job winning the ball.
We've gotten a lot of good looks so far off of that right side. So, you know, let's see if we can. I can't really get a beat on the outside left back, whether he's just not getting the job done or what. But we've been able to penetrate on that side of the field. So.
Good tackle by Jonathan Erdman. Good fight by Jesse there. Come on, keep fighting, Jesse. Keep fighting. Excellent
Well
job,
Jesse.
Jesse Poljack.
Sun is a factor right now in some of these. Still a little low in the sky, and you can see Mike Worthy down there.
Yeah, making it a
Trying to
little
deal with that.
difficult. Good move by Erdman. Surprised there wasn't a foul there. He looked like he was physically taken off.
There's an opportunity to shoot that we need. Nice tackle by Mike.
Excellent tackle
So
by
good
Mike
at
Worthy.
that.
Prep with more possession here.
Left in the half.
20 minutes left in the half. We've just got to get back to controlling this ball because we have done an excellent job of controlling the ball here today.
Here's Dysert. He's dispossessed. But Mackey gets the ball back for the Panthers. Let's keep it. He's got some options. That's it. Play it around the back. Change a point of attack here.
Yeah, no problem with this at all.
Go back to the right side to Mackey. Kiernan. Erdman wide. He plays long for Dom Pizzone, who's making a run. Oh, and he got into the back of the defender. knocked him down.
Yeah, that's the ref's got to call that. The ref's got to call that. It's a soft foul, but it's the right call.
Yeah, his
It's
hand
the right
was
call.
up in his
No
back,
question,
so.
no question. And then in that position, at times the defender feels that on his back, he goes down. He's going to get that call every time, and rightfully so.
Timeout called by the officials.
And an injury. Prep player comes off, new player on.
In for Cathedral Prep. Number 6, Ben Kalinsky.
So Prep was here at this field just a few nights ago to play Peters. This is where, or I'm sorry,
No,
they played
they
a
were-
Veteran Stadium here. It was South Park. South Park Eagles were up here.
Yeah, and that's a surprise to me. Why Peters had to go up and play Prep at their home stadium,
yeah.
I'll never understand. There's no justification for it. If you're looking for a neutral site.
Right.
Garrett Blake with a big throw into the box, a little bit
High
higher than
flight to this
before.
ball.
It's going to be a
Yeah,
push and coming
yeah,
out.
We're going to get caught. Looks like Mike Worthy either lost his balance or something there, but he ended up with his hands on the back of the defender.
Yeah, easy
pushed
call.
him.
Even from here, you could see the Prep player being pushed. Maybe 18 minutes, 17, 18 minutes left in the first half, it looks like.
Ball well won there off a header from Troy Kiernan. Poljack plays wide for Pizzone, but it's a little too far for him.
Good bust by Jesse there.
I like our moxie so far. We've been winning some of the physical battles in the middle of the field, and that when you add those up over the course of a game, it adds up to good things.
Well,
for
they take
Panthers,
its
so.
toll, and one of the things that I like to see, instead of us just putting a foot up in to win a ball, we're running through people. We're running through the ball to win that ball, and it's good, and that's good to see. And we're winning a ton of those 50-50 balls, or we're making great tackles as the Prep players are coming down, bearing down on us.
That's been a staple of Kevin Muck's play this year, so it's nice to see he's out, but we're continuing that physicality on the field. Long free kick headed out by Kiernan. Wide right for Mackey. He trying
Mackey
to go over
puts
top
Pizzone
of
throw.
He has a little bit of room. He's got to beat their center back. He shields the ball, and the goalie comes out and picks it up.
Yeah, good play by the Prep center back, just shielding Pizzone off the ball there.
Looks like we've got a couple players, maybe Matt Kiernan ready to come back in the game, and Robbie Mertz for his first action today. Wide for Mackey, right side. Let's see if he run at this kid. We've had some success. Tried to give and go with Dom, but that's well defended. That's out for a St. Clair throw. So we'll see a substitution now. Kiernan and Mertz in, Mackey off, and Dom Pizzone off. So looks like maybe Robbie up top, and Matt Kiernan out on the, here's a long throw. Robbie getting in behind, makes a little touch, lays it back for Poljak, who crosses into the middle.
Matt Kiernan.
Wessel just reset here. That ball outside.
It's like Robbie maybe going to play in behind Ethan a little bit. That's certainly a more natural position for him.
Yeah, and that's the second time in a row, from defensive standpoint, that the Prep players are playing an offside trap. So we're going to have to watch that, because all three of them in unison had their hand up. So they've made a little bit of a tactical change here, maybe to prevent us, because we have done an excellent job penetrating their back line.
Here we go. Mike Worthy called for getting into the back of the Prep attacker. They're going to get a free kick from about 30 yards out here. So again, with the wind, this is dangerous. Any set piece situation in our half of the field is going to be dangerous. The wind is picking up now, coming more in, maybe a little more into the face of this kick than across the field.
Yeah,
right
looking at the flag now, it looks like it's coming in the face, maybe across, but you know, the wind's probably a little bit different up here than it is on the pitch.
We've got a four-man wall set up there, a good 13 yards away from the ball. They need to move up a little bit. That ball's chipped over top. They're going to try to flick a header. Worthy wins that. Cleared
Robbie
out
clears.
by Mertz. Dicer trying to get on the end of that. Tries to flick back for Kiernan. That'll be a Prep throw on the far side. Another substitution coming in for the Ramblers.
Yeah, and I don't know if Ethan tried to turn that ball himself, but he should just one touch knock that off to Jonathan when he's facing him. Just play it simple, play the way you're facing.
Coming in for Cathedral Prep, number 13, Justin Hilbrink.
Again, Dicer trying to lay off there. This will be won by Worthy. To Mertz in the midfield.
That ball's
looks
coming
wide
outside
to
the zone.
That's good passing there. Dicer gets it
Anthony
up
will
top.
continue his run and collect it.
Plays back. Troy Kiernan gets a hold of that. He goes wide for his brother Matt on the far side. Robbie making a run, but that ball he's dispossessed. That'll go out for a Prep throw.
One thing I'm noticing here, the Prep forwards, okay, at least two of the three are very high on our, they're basically on our back line, so it's going to be difficult for us to do one of our favorite things, which is moving the ball back and then passing it along that back line. These kids, they're just not going to have the time in the back to do that they've had in the past. Now, that being said, there should be a lot of options in the middle, and you can see how high Prep is pushing up and to do things like that to try and win these balls here. But there should be guys open in the middle of the field. And again, as we talked earlier, Prep's defensive line is up high. Third offsides call in a row. So we just have to watch that. That being said, if we can watch that, we are going to get some breakaways. We are going to get some breakaways if they're playing that kind of line in the back. Ball driven into the box, aided by the wind. Jesse Poljak pokes it out.
Robbie looking wide for Matt Kiernan. Pass a little too hard in front of him. Looks like Joel Hart's looking to come back in here. He's up on the midline. Poljak, and here comes Anthony Pizzone. Jonathan Erdman coming forward. Zeese and Dice. That ball will stay in on the far side. He's got one man.
I'd like to see. I'd like to see him take him here.
He
well
does.
done.
He gets the end line, or I'm sorry, cut it back off the end line. Here comes Erdman. Back to Troy Kiernan. He goes wide, near side. Anthony Pizzone lays it back
Garrett's
for
got to
Blake.
step up on this. He doesn't see the defender
Finds
behind him.
Robbie. Flicks it outside to Anthony. He should have a little bit of room here. Get this ball in. Plays it back for Troy Kiernan. Wide for Blake. Need to get the ball in here sooner or later.
Yeah.
And Garrett goes over top. That's handled by the goalie. So not bad. I like the fact that they're trying to make some things work up there and find the right opportunity
To go
get a ball
forward, to
to
penetrate.
goal. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. They're not being impatient.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is, too, I think our forwards should have a little bit of confidence relative to beating their backs 1v1. A couple of times that we've tried it, we've been able to beat those
Right.
players.
And
it
just did it out
yes,
there. You're right.
yes.
Exactly
And
right.
so let's have some confidence and go after those guys in the back. We don't always need to lay it back. Let's face it, it's much better to lose the ball in their offensive third than it is in our defensive third.
Yeah,
so let's take
absolutely.
some chances beating people 1v1 and see what we can create. That should be coming out for Panther free kick.
Well done by Jesse there. He just, frankly, sort of stuck his butt in the way of the player. Guy had to knock him down to get through to the ball.
Yeah, Jesse's having a strong game here today. Let's hope he can keep it up for the full 80 minutes, but he is playing well.
There's Troy. Wide to Anthony. To Dysert.
Put him through,
Paul
put him
Jack.
through. There
There's
you
Robbie
go.
making the run. He's going to have to beat that back. Turns him, gets the end line. Looks to cross, but
Oh,
unluckily,
unfortunate.
the
Yeah,
ball just went
unfortunate.
off his standing leg.
Yeah, and that's what
and
we're
out of
talking about, trying to beat the defenders 1v1. Robbie did. Put himself in an excellent position on the end line to make the cross. Just fumbled over his feet a little bit, that's all. But again, he should have the confidence in that position next time he finds himself there.
Yeah.
And take him on, okay?
That's right.
Take him on.
Well, you're right. That even though that play did not end successfully, he sort of knows now, hey, I can take this kid. Right?
Absolutely.
I can turn on him. I can beat him. So that confidence is everything.
Yeah, no question. You can see the high pressure here by the Ramblers. St. Clair does a good job basically breaking the press.
Anthony looking for Robbie. Pass a little too far for him. Anthony will come in and win that back. Robbie trying to flick it on, but that didn't quite work. Got to make that stick a little more.
I like that there. We had a freshman and two sophomores right there
Sure. Yeah.
playing in this game.
So it's well for the future, right? Physical in the middle. Arms up. A lot of battles happening right now in the middle. Like I said, St. Clair definitely winning their share of them, so that's good.
It, Anthony. Got to be a little quicker.
A little quicker.
Yeah, a little quicker with the ball. But again, he's got to just got to get used to game speed here. And you can see all the players that the Ramblers have in that front line.
Yeah, they
We
got
should just
6,
be
7
dominating.
kids up
We
there.
should be
flipped
dominating this midfield here. Oh,
That's all right.
I don't know. Somebody was that
Steve knows.
Erdman running
Yeah,
out
it
of the back
was.
on the back. Yeah, Steven just didn't see him.
Yeah, I think he knows he needs to hit that
He
ball.
just
to the
didn't
flag.
see him. Yeah,
Get
he
it
had a
down
bad
to the
hit.
flag.
He had a bad hit. That's all. Just a bad ball.
So I like what is happening right now for the Panthers. I feel like another goal could be coming if we just settle a little more in the midfield. We certainly look like we're willing to work the ball and be patient up top today, which is good. We don't. Ball floated in. Garrett will clear that, but not out. Long arcing shot. The wind's going to keep that in, actually.
Now, hopefully we can go into this half with a 1-0 or 2-0 lead. I've got a concern come the second half. The Ramblers will have the wind at their backs, and with as many guys as they have playing up top, and I'm sure they'll commit even more once it gets late into the game. We are going to have to be defensively stout.
We've got about 3 or 4 minutes left, and you've got a long throw coming from Garrett. Another big substitution here. Anthony off, Ethan Dicer, Troy Kiernan off. In for them,
Coming into the game,
Matt
Robert
Kiernan,
Sinclair. Number 8, Matt Kiernan.
Poljak, and Dom
Number 3,
Pizzone.
Jesse Poljak.
It's like Dom is
16,
lining up in a
Dom
holding
Pizzone.
midfield. Or maybe he's just holding back on this throw. Let Mike in. There's the ball. Couldn't find it through. Ball did come through, but we couldn't get on the end of that. All right, we got one defender back. We need to make sure after these free. Well done by West to step up.
Yeah, good step by Webb. We're still in trouble. Still got to watch this here. Joe Collins got to come out and get that ball, and he does. Well done. So we're going to have to watch those counters on some of those throw-ins and set pieces that are deep because they do have numbers forward.
Well,
Prep does.
Yeah, we always have to be careful. However many guys they have forward, we have to go +1 on that. One more guy than what they have. So, and if that means we can't put as many guys in the box, then that's fine. That's
so be
what
it.
that means, right? Ball played to Kiernan. Mertz, he goes for the early cross.
Yeah. He brings that ball across. Would have liked to see him carry that a little bit more going straight towards the goalie because I felt Matt had that defender beaten. Maybe a little too early with the cross there. Jesse Poljak fighting hard. He's called for the foul. I got no problem with the foul there. Jesse's just making his presence known that he's going to contest for every ball that's in the middle of the field.
We've got 5.5 left right now. So yeah, another goal would be really huge before halftime. There's Dom clearing that. Now, Dom is staying back in that holding position. Here comes Robbie running on. The ball looks like it went off.
I think that could be a St. Clair throw.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. It is a St. Clair throw.
Good job by Robbie to get in there and force that error.
Oh, just hassle him.
Yep.
You just got to hassle the player with the ball, and we're rewarded with a throw.
On the throw to Robbie. He could turn. He's got room. He does. Finds a ball. Finds Garrett at the end line. He'll cross this in. Good ball. Oh, Joel was right there. Shot by Mackey. Oh, wow. Well done there. I like it. The combination, good combination from Robbie and Garrett. Garrett put a great ball across there. Looked like it just missed Joel's head, but Steve was on the far side to put that ball right back.
Yeah, no question. It's good ball movement. More importantly, it's good movement off of the ball to create those opportunities. Okay, Garrett just rifles it across. Mackey's sitting back and just pushes it wide.
There's Dom. You talk about making yourself known physically.
Ref
the
doesn't want. Nice pick job, but then he takes the ball off Poljak's feet.
Poljak. Robbie tries to go over top for Hart, but he didn't quite read that. Yeah, I was saying, Dom, here he is sitting back in that holding midfield position. You know you're going to get the physicality out of him. He's going to bang and muck and grind in there all day long, so I don't mind seeing him in that spot.
Muck, no play on words there, but
that's right. Erdman being challenged on the far side. That'll be a prep throw.
Yeah, and that's the type of thing that our backs are not used to, okay, because we haven't played teams that have so many players committed forward, and you just need to be quicker with the ball back there.
Nice job by West to keep this ball in off of his own end line. It's cleared. There's Poljak going forward for Hart.
See what Joel's got here.
Also running hard here. If we can win this one, we've got a couple runners. There it is. Joel's got it. Oh, he tried to lay that outside. It looked like
tried to give
Steve.
it to, if he felt Steven was coming more at a faster rate of speed, okay, so Joel just kind of laid it off, tried to lay it off for him.
Troy Kiernan coming into the game. Looks like Robbie's coming off. Again, we've got 3:20 left in this first half.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Joel there, if he just stretched a little too much or what, but
big throw, Garrett.
He's
Wind
back
is with
running.
him.
Nice cut by Kiernan.
Very nice.
And he'll win a corner kick.
Well done. Again, attacking defenders, trying to beat guys off the dribble. And that's the kind of situation you earn yourself a throw-in, or I'm sorry, corner kick, because he was willing to take a defender on there. Let's get some good service. There it is. Great ball. Goes through goal mouth. Mackey's far side. He chips it back in. There's Worthy. Oh,
off the post.
My goodness, he was there off the crossbar. Yeah, he was right.
Boy, you could see that coming.
Yeah,
there was absolutely nobody on Mike Worthy. And who else would you want?
He's the man
with the ball on the head there in front of the goal, and just terribly unlucky for the Panthers not to be up 2-0.
He won't miss that one again. I'm sure he's kicking himself right now, but yeah, he's been Johnny on the spot with headers in the box here the whole year for us. This can be dangerous. He beats Worthy, man, in the box. Nice job by Mike to not foul.
Yeah,
Looks
well
like
done.
Mike might have got stepped on there. His left ankle or Achilles is really hurting him right now.
By the official.
This isn't good for the Panthers. He's a
No,
guy
not at
that
all.
we need to have in there 80 minutes a game if possible. So
Hopefully he
less than
can
a
just
minute, or
walk
I'm
this
sorry,
off.
less than 2 minutes left. He's in considerable pain right now, but we'll see if it's something that'll subside here. Thinking if he's down, you might see Hayden Bernhardt. He's
Yeah,
gonna
hopefully
give
he
it a
can
go.
walk this off, and he just got stepped on or tweaked it a little bit.
He stepped on his Achilles or something, and he's in some pain. It might not be a bad idea to get him out for the rest of the half. He looks a bit hobbled right now. We'll see what coach decides to do.
Yeah, I agree with you. You may want to just get him out and tend to him a little bit, let him get back in shape on the sidelines and start the second half strong. Because again, they've got some speed. They commit players up top.
Yeah.
You don't, even if he's inhibited by half a second, it could be a problem.
Good ball forward by the cleared by the prep goalie there. Oh, he's looking through ball. They had a runner going, but West was all over that passing lane. Didn't let the ball get through. Oh, there's Mackey. Yeah, there was a very late tackle by the prep player. Again, Steve in some pain on the far side. He played that ball down the line, and after he'd released the ball, he got cleaned pretty good by the prep defender.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe that's the game that Prep's going to have to revert to. You know, it doesn't seem that they can compete on a technical basis here, and that may be their game here in the second half.
Ooh, that ball squeaks through to Pizzone, but he's caught a little surprised. Poljack goes on over top. That'll go back to the keeper. 50-some seconds left here, so getting very close to the end of the first half. No mistakes. Need to keep this ball forward right now. Don't let them get a late one here. It's off Kieran. Garrett's going to try to keep that in and does a nice job of keeping that in. Goes to their midfielder. He's got some room. Troy's on him. No call there. And Joe wisely's just going to wait for some pressure to come to pick this ball up. Nice job by Joe. He let an extra 10 seconds go off the clock there. We're down to 10 seconds left in the half.
9, 8,
Good half for the Panthers. Up
6,
1-0. Could be more.
4,
And
3, 2,
we'll come back for more in the second half. Brett, what do
Yeah,
you think?
definitely. We'll see at the beginning of the second half.
Welcome back here. We're getting ready to start the second half of this PIAA quarterfinal matchup between Erie Cathedral Prep and Upper St. Clair. St. Clair leading at this point 1-0. It's Rob Mertz here with Brett Davis.
Yeah, Rob, and unfortunate it's not 2-0, 3-0, maybe even 4-0, okay,
Yeah,
with the amount of pressure that they've had. This is, my opinion, some of the best soccer the boys have played all year long.
Yeah,
they really, really look good.
It's been nice to see the variety of attacking options they've used. They're not just playing long ball, cross the ball. They've got, in fact, the goal they scored was off a dribble in the box. They've had some good opportunities, mixing it up, some good give and goes on the flanks to get balls in, and I'm glad to see that. I think there's no reason to think it won't continue here in the second half. So starting out, same back four as played in the first half. We've got Pizzone up top with Dysert, Mackey, and Matt Kiernan wide. We've got Poljack and Troy Kiernan in the middle. And we'll see if we can get it done here. We're 40 minutes away from advancing to the PIAA semifinals.
Ball's kicked off here. Prep with the ball to start and quickly out of bounds. And St. Clair with the throw in on the far side. Looks like Mike Worthy's okay. I'm sure he'll feel it tomorrow, but he looks like he's moving all right now.
Good shot by Pizzone. Oh,
And it's off the post.
Dysert, the ball's off the
Oh,
post.
no, get it off the post.
Oh my goodness. Dom Pizzone did a really nice job with a great shot. Beat the keeper. Here's Mackey near side. He crosses in, and the keeper will handle that. So Dom does a really nice job of taking that shot that beat the keeper high. It looked like it was going inside panel on a far post, but it hits the post right at the ground, right at ground level, hits the post, comes out. Dysert crashing the net. He hits the rebound off the same post, and here we are. Ball cleared back out. Poljack in center field. He's trying to switch for Mackey, but that's headed away.
Yeah, just terribly, terribly unfortunate. Great attack
So
there by Jonathan
that's a
Urban, but just
crossbar.
terribly unfortunate for the Panthers. That's a crossbar and two posts.
Wow.
Unfortunately for us.
No foul called there, but Panthers get the ball away, but not cleared. Near side, Prep with the ball. That's tackled out, so we'll see.
See what Prep has here for the deep
Yep.
throw-ins. See what kind of throw-in they have. Yeah, just terribly unfortunate for the Panthers not to be up 3-0 at this point. Prep is living on borrowed time.
Ball thrown into the corner of the 6-yard box. Cleared away by Troy Kiernan. It's coming near side. They'll keep that in. Well
Good
done
call by Joe.
Yep.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, you hate to say it, but you've seen it 1,000 times. You dominate a game, you don't put those chances away, you let the other team come back, and you find yourself tied 1-1 in the midst of a penalty kick shootout.
Well, let's hope that's a worst-case scenario that does not come to fruition here today. Although I have no reason to believe that this Prep team is going to quit on this game. They're playing hard, and we need to match their intensity and frankly, continue to be creative up top. There's a long throw from Garrett. It finds Dom in the box. He's battling hard, but it's cleared out.
Poljak.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice
unfortunately.
idea. He was
Yeah,
looking
good
for
idea.
Kieran.
Good play by the Prep defender. Step up and take the passing lane away.
Burdette wide for Blake. It's cleared back into Burdette. He'll switch the fields.
Yeah, that's a good ball. That's a great ball to Mackey.
Dom goes through to the corner from Matt. We need
For
to
Matt
frame
Kiernan.
the goal here. Cross is coming. There's Dysart backside. It's over everyone. Mackey's going to try to track it down on the near side. He does in the corner.
See what he does?
Oh, he nutmegs his defender. But the ball's cleared out for a throw. Nicely done there by Steve. That's exactly what you want to do.
And we've talked about that as far as our forwards, trying to take these guys on 1v1, because I just think we're going to win 7, 8 out of 10 of those battles. Our guys are just better in that situation, in that 1v1 situation.
So we earn ourselves a long throw. Here comes the ball. Thrown low and hard. It's through. It's cleared out, though. They'll get that to the midfield. Ends up finding their target player. They got a player running wide. Garrett Blake tracking back. They get someone wide open on the right flank, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get the ball over there just yet.
That'll go out for a Prep throw-in.
Black throw. That'll go.
Yeah, I thought
Prep's way.
that was a Prep throw-in. But yeah,
So
you
again,
can see
there's
there.
that counterplay you
There's that
talked about.
counterplay we talked about earlier, and you could see how open the guy on the back side was. We just have to be careful on that. Really, two things: try to get a defender back there, and also not let them get the cross off.
No fouls
no foul here, boys.
No fouls.
No fouls.
No fouls. There's a shot that didn't have much of a chance there, but anyway, a shot for them from inside the area. As that ball, the headed ball off the throw, fell down at that attacker's feet, and he was able to get a chance on goal.
Joe Conlon with the goal kick here. About 35 minutes left in the second half. Prep playing with a little bit more enthusiasm here, I think, this second half, and
They are.
having a little bit better run of the play than they did have.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Dyson-
right idea. Dominic just mishit it. He knows it. He just mishit it. Just got to get that ball outside a little bit
Just
better, that's all.
Play it down to the flag and let Ethan run on. You get the feeling in this game, as with most games, as strong as we are defensively, if we can just eliminate mistakes in the back,
Yeah,
Ethan will be offsides there.
Same situation here. You've got the Prep defenders that are playing that offside strap. They're calling it before the ref even turns his head to the right to look to see where our players are. Free kick here for the Ramblers.
Lots of numbers forward for them. 35 minutes left in the second half. West clears that out. Looks like Ethan will get on the end of that. It's wide for John Erdman.
That ball stays in.
is
Dom does
able
a
to
great
finish,
job
shields
holding
it.
that ball up. There's
Mackey
a
looking for
fantastic
Kiernan.
ball over top. Taken.
Finds him. Looking for Dom. defender clears it right to Matt. He's going to try to go to the end line. Does, and it gets played out for a corner. So well done there.
Yeah, before Chu had attempted that first cross, I thought he may take that defender on 1v1. Had he beaten him, he would have had a clear path to goal. But he's seeing Dominic coming across, and it's a good option to take.
Ball played inside near the penalty dot. Worthy heads, but it's cleared but not out. Now they get a hold of it and play it up to their target player. They're on the counter again. They got 4 players coming forward right now.
Just got to hold him up here.
That'll be a foul on John Erdman. He came in late. That midfielder had already played the ball, and
yeah, it's just a late challenge. I mean, even you can make a case for that the prep player ran into Jonathan, okay, but the offensive player is going to get that call 99% of the time.
So they'll set this up. Too far out for a shot on goal. They'll try to lay this right inside the 6 to 10 yard line, and
got the wind, could play a little couple of tricks on the ball here.
That's a good ball floated in. He's going to give Conlon fits. He punches it out. Here comes Dysart on the volley clearance.
Well
Good
done by
job
Pizzone.
To work back and win that ball. Here's Mackey near side for Dysart. He's dispossessed. Need to move that
Just
a little
turned
quicker.
right. Yeah, well, he just turned right into the defender. That's all. We got to get organized here. We look a little out of sorts right now. Worthy again, just solid. There's just really no other way to say it other than just solid.
Oh, Dom got kicked. It looked like he got kicked right in the head there. The goalie tried to jump over top of him. He's up. Looks like he'll be all right. Took a little licking. Keeps on ticking.
I think he's okay. I think he's okay there. Got to play the miss, boys. Got to play the miss.
Here, ball to Mackey. That's the one person you don't want to clear to. Little heel for Dysart.
Yeah, the tempo's picked up.
It has.
Tempo has picked up here in the second half.
Frankly, has been the ones. They've been the ones picking it up. So let's see.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to match. Looks like Joel Hart's up and at the midline. He's going to come on.
Wind is blowing extremely strong at this point in time.
Back in our face, straight across the field from far side to near side. Garrett clears to Pizzone.
Yeah, the Ramblers really enjoying their best possession of the game here.
Goes some room right in front of our back 4. Jesse takes him down.
Unbelievable.
No doubt that was embellished.
Unbelievable.
And this
barely
is
even
dangerous.
touched, and he takes a dive, and the ref falls for it.
This is going to be very dangerous, and this is it's the area of the field. And this point of the game, you've got to be so careful not to foul. You know what though? We had given them room right in front of our back 4 where that, or he latched onto that pass, and that's just a bad part of the field to be able to give them
just a bad
space.
part to give him a foul, and you can see what the Ramblers are going to be doing there. Basically,
that's a great shot off the crossbar,
off the goalpost.
With the wind driving like it is, it forces that ball down, and it's going to keep it inside the post. So,
so we can basically see the Ramblers' tactics here. They have definitely picked up the intensity. They're going to play extremely physical, and if we touch them anywhere in our defensive third, they are going to go down.
Yeah, they're taking.
They're going to look for any help from the officials that they can possibly secure.
They're taking it to us. I'm sure they're at this point they're feeling like, hey, we can get a goal here.
Yep, and at the end of the day, not a bad strategy. If they can create a good scoring opportunity for themselves and the ref awards it, good for them.
However, with all this pressure that they're putting on us right now,
you can just see that ball held up.
Yeah, it's really getting windy here now. Strongest wind of the game right now. If we can continue if they continue to pressure us like this, we should get opportunities off the counter.
Absolutely.
Joel needs to put that ball a little deeper in behind their back 4.
Yeah, well done by Joel there to win it. Stephen will collect this ball. Just has to beat this guy. Just flat out has to beat this guy. He's got way too much space not to beat him.
He's going to get the end line. He did a really nice job. Cuts it back, goalie's
That'll
out.
go out for a goal.
Snuff that
Yeah,
cross, but that'll be
for
a
a corner kick. Yeah, and that's what we're talking about before. At what point in time do you look to cross the ball? What point in time do you look to take on the defender? Perfect play by Steven right there.
Yep.
Just too much real estate behind that defender not to try to take him on there.
If the ball gets past the goalie there, it's anyone's ball because he was out to lunch if he doesn't make that block.
Wynn's going to wreak havoc with
Nicely
that
done.
ball.
Here's Dysart.
And it's cleared off the line.
West
Unfortunate
fires it
again for the
Here's
Panthers.
Poljak, left-footed volley, can't quite get a hold of it.
Just another opportunity. Another opportunity for the Panthers, and somehow Prep survives to keep the score 1-0 with about 28 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, they had the goalie beat there. He was out of the play. Well done by Steve Mackey. Step up and win that ball. He was out of the play, and the ball's cleared off the line by a defender. So
yeah, heady play by the Prep defender.
again, there's that room in front of our back four where our holding mid should be sitting back.
Yeah,
there
they're finding that gap well. Prep's doing a nice job with their basically their point man. Okay, it's just finding that gap, and for whatever reason, we're not on them.
It's Dysart at midfield. Plays down the line. Mackey's going to try to get to this one, but the Prep defender certainly had a head start on him there.
Yep, and a little push there just to shield him away, though. Just to shield him away.
Need to keep doing more of what we did in the first half. Let's get the ball on the ground and mix up our offense here. Have a good variety of dribbling and combination plays and crossing the ball, and just keep them on their heels.
Yeah, we've really done a nice job today penetrating, whether through the dribble, through the pass, but just in our offensive third have done a fantastic job making penetrating runs and passes, and it's provided a lot of opportunities for us.
That's a good ball. Kiernan trying to outrun
Kiernan
his
working
marker.
hard. Good job by the Prep defender. Well done by the Prep defender there, shielding off Matt Kiernan, and their ball goes through, and that'll harmlessly go back to Joe Conlon. But well played by Prep.
Well done by Joe. Draws that attacker and then plays the ball right over his head. Chip the ball to Mackey. He's battling Neil, so I felt like he was fouled, but there's no call coming. There's Poljak.
There's a good ball. But the ball was a little bit more promising when it left Jesse's foot than it actually was. The goalie was out pretty far to collect that. Jesse with a nice quick turn, trying to put that ball over top. We definitely have some room here where if our forward can make a run to the flag, I think we can get that all day long for the rest of the game. But we're just not making that run. And the forward can't be in two places at one time. We're playing the one guy up top. He's either going to be in the middle, and everybody knows he's there. So
Right.
when they turn, the ball's going to be there, or he makes that run to the flag. And if you've been watching our games all year long, pretty much our forward is going to stay stationary in the middle and be available for balls coming in. We've got to step and win this here. Mackey wins that ball.
Dom Pizzone looks like he's ready to come back into the match. Joel Hart had come in for Dom.
That was
Maybe,
an interesting call by the official there. It calls a handball, but from behind the player. Interesting that the official in front of the player didn't see it.
Again, this will be a dangerous ball just because of the wind conditions. Put it up there in the air. Who knows where it's going to come down? So Joe's going to have to be really alert here. From a full 50 yards out. There's Conlon out to punch it. Does a really nice job.
Yeah, good job by
tracking that
Joe
ball
coming
down.
out on that ball.
No fouls. No fouls. They're in. Wow. I don't know how those two attackers, the Prep attackers, got in behind.
Well, it
We
looked
sort of
like our
overran the
defenders
ball.
didn't go after. Joe thought they were going to go after the ball. I think the Prep players thought they were going to go after the ball, and it from up here, it didn't look like we had made an effort to clear the ball. Maybe they thought Joe was going to come through and get that ball. But regardless, Joe does come through, picks up the ball, and gets it out of harm's way. But different from the second half. Different from the first half.
Right. We're a little bit more
We look nervous.
squirrely in the back.
Quite frankly,
Yeah,
we look a little nervous. which I'm surprised because after the first half, as well as we played, Joe's got to come out for this.
Nice job by Joe there. He's quick off his line.
But we just look a little scared, a little nervous in the back, and it surprises me.
As I look out the field, too, prep players are really concentrated in the middle lane of the field. If we can establish some width here, get our wings wide, give ourselves some time on the ball when we play wide, we should be able to start to settle this game down a little bit. But we're playing a lot up the middle.
We're playing a lot, and just here, we're getting caught in between thoughts. Okay, we had a much better flowing game in the first half, and right now we're just caught in between thoughts. And consequently, we're getting caught.
Another throw for prep on the near side. Let's go Panthers, need to step it up. That was cleared by Wes.
Yeah, and you can just see the wind holding that ball up.
Yeah, and you're right, there is a slight advantage this half to prep as they come right to left on your TV screen.
Keep coming, Joel. Keep coming, Joel.
The wind is aiding them a bit more than us.
And you can see what they do with the ball. They're looking for that center forward every single time. Why our defensive middy's not stepping back into that passing lane, I do not know.
Joel, nice job there to keep that ball in. But ultimately, the center back for prep is able to step up, and
that'll be a foul.
Troy's going to get called for a push. Looks like we got two players ready to come in. Dom's still there. We haven't had a throw in a while. Dom Pizzone and Robbie Mertz are up.
Yeah, we've got to get either one of our center backs stepping up on that player or having the defensive midfielder come back, okay, either on the player or even both, having the central defender stepping up and then the midfielder coming back and taking the passing lane away because he is getting the ball in the middle unimpeded.
That ball flicked on with a header by prep, but that's right to goalie Joe Conlon. I believe there's 22 minutes left in the second half here, so St. Clair sort of surviving this first 18 minutes of the second half. They need to try to put our stamp back on the game. Blake tried to clear, but that'll be offside.
That'll be offsides. A player coming from an offsides position coming back for the ball.
There's Erdman near side. He's
taking the space.
Back to Burdette. To Troy. Wide. To Blake. He finds Kiernan on that far side. His cross.
We've got to get somebody. Mackey's got to get on that ball.
Here comes Burdette. Again, they find a middle man wide open, not marked there in the middle, number 22. He's sort of been their playmaker here in the second half.
Joe almost overrunning that ball. I think with the spin on the ball, he got a little surprised on that one.
Yeah.
Good, strong punt by Joe.
Ethan coming through, don't foul there.
Come on, Ethan, let's get back on the ball.
Jonathan Erdman near side battle.
Yeah, well done.
He does win that ball. Good.
Well done. Yeah, no, good effort. Good effort by Jonathan. He's strong and wins it.
Mackey, I think he's trying to go forward.
I just mishit it. Yeah, he just mishit it. That's all. He just mishit it.
Yeah, we just we're not connecting like we were in the first half.
No, not at all.
Not sticking to our foot much, and we're struggling. We're reaching right now.
Yeah, give prep some credit. Give prep some credit. They're just putting us under a heck of a lot more pressure. I think the wind's definitely helping them, probably as it did us in the first half. But they're just playing a lot harder.
Turn. Ethan needs a turn and does.
Yeah, send Mackey. Just send Mackey. Go. He's got to go with speed. Touch. He's got to go with speed. Go to goal. Come on, Steven.
Joel running, and Matt Kiernan crosses for Hart, lays it off for Dysart with the shot. That comes to Kiernan. This is good. And he scores!
Get it in! And it's in. A fortuitous bounce. A fortuitous bounce. And despite the fortuitous nature of that bounce, well earned. We've hit 3 posts.
Absolutely. Well, it was good here near side. Dicer played the ball for Mackey, who made a couple real nice touches. Crossed the ball when he got to the top of the 18. Hart lays it off for Dysert. He hits a shot that deflects off the prep defender, falls right in Matt Kiernan's path, and he makes no mistake, side net on a far post for a 2-0 Panther lead. That's a big goal against the run of play.
Yeah, just a killer. Just a killer for
And-
Prep right now because
Yep.
they really had picked things up. They really were forcing the play. And we were talking about Prep's ability to counter early on, and it's our ability to counter that puts the Panthers up 2-0 at this stage of the game. Just little less than 19 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, that's a really big goal. So
Nice
at
to
this
have
point,
the 2-goal lead, but by no means is Prep out of this game at all. They've got to be thinking, a little disappointed after that, obviously. But they've been playing well this half. There's a great job by Berzon
here
putting his
comes
head down and
Pizzone.
winning
He's
it.
got one man in the middle, Mertz.
Come on, Dom, keep going. Well done.
Here comes Poljak trying to win that.
A little
loose
push
ball.
in the back.
Dom, well
Surprised the
done.
ref
Nice
didn't call
work
that
to
one
get
with
back.
the push in the back there. Taking Poljak off
Here
the
comes
ball.
Robbie. First touch finds Joel Hart. He's knocked down the area, but there'll be no call there.
So a little disappointing for the Panthers. A couple of calls I thought could have gone the Panthers' way, did not, particularly when they gave Prep that excellent free kick after the dive
Yes,
was a
right.
little.
Yep,
The dive,
right.
period, after the dive.
Well, the only problem.
Forever known as the dive.
The only problem there was Joel was in the area. I don't think he was going to give us a penalty. If he would have been outside the area, he probably would have called that foul. But
Now, as a licensed referee, you know darn well that should not
yeah.
influence your call
Oh, but-
whatsoever.
you've seen it. I've seen it. There we go. Poljak. Frankly, with this wind, we have to keep the ball on the floor. I think we can beat these guys all day long, playing the ball on the floor, passing, moving, possessing the ball. Here comes Mackey. He's going to try to keep it in, and does, but it goes to a Prep player as he overruns the play a bit. Troy into the back of the Prep player. He lays
Yeah.
it back for Erdman.
Yeah, you
a lot
can
of
hear-
room in the midfield right
You could
now.
hear Erdman and West talking about bringing it back just to control the ball.
Huge amount of space in the midfield if we can find either Poljak
No,
or
that's
Robbie.
that. We can't make that move there. Okay, that's about the third or fourth time we've tried to make that move. You're on the inside with the outside of your foot. That's probably the worst move, and I'm sorry, but you can't make that move there in that part of the field.
Too dangerous.
Too dangerous.
The
Yeah, too
consequences
dangerous.
are
Too dangerous. Yeah, we've tried that a couple times when we've been stuck. Just put the ball back or crack it. Just get it out of trouble. Get it out of trouble.
Troy Kiernan in
Yeah.
the midfield looking for Erdman.
Good job by Jonathan to win that ball there.
There's Anthony Pizzone on the far side. Or I'm sorry, that's Dom. Anthony is in the game, but that's Dom after this ball. Here's this ball's going to come to Anthony. Plays back to his brother.
Oh,
crosses,
nobody.
No one home.
Absolutely nobody in the box. Jonathan being strong with a good step. Good job. He wins a good kick, and I would say Jonathan had a little bit of a jump there.
Absolutely.
But as we gave the Prep player credit to win that free kick for his team,
It's like Mike
let's give
Worthy.
Jonathan some credit to win that kick for the Panthers.
Mike Worthy will come over and take this. It'll be tough against the wind. It'll be tough to judge this ball. Robbie's on in the middle. He's imploring him to play to feet here, but that's not going to happen. Yeah, I played over everyone, maybe figuring the wind was more of a factor than it was.
Yeah, we've hit a couple balls today that are just, just overshot it, whether it's the wind, whether it's the width of the field. Okay,
Yeah,
you're
right.
used to having a few more yards to make that delivery. Nice play by Jonathan, getting that little chest over, control the ball for a teammate.
Jesse getting called another foul. I didn't
That's
frankly
not a
didn't see
foul. He's
that.
holding his ground.
Right,
He's
didn't
just
see that.
turning to hold his ground and take his space. So unfortunate for the Panthers there.
So a free kick right at the midline.
Looks like about
For
15
Prep.
minutes left
Yep.
in the second half. Upper St. Clair 15 minutes away from the Final Four.
Prep looking for anything at this point. They're going to be throwing the kitchen sink at us. The goalie comes up to take this ball. Got possession wide in the far corner.
Yep. Let's step up, boys. Let's step up.
They do get the cross in. It's flicked on, but right to Joe Conlon.
Here, Mike Worthy employing his teammates on. 14 minutes left, boys.
Ball's passed out of bounds on the near side.
Yep, Jonathan's
Erdman's
got to get
gonna
back.
track
Well
back.
done, Jonathan.
Here comes Mackey with it. Just tries to clear it. John Erdman doing a nice job winning that ball and actually getting to turn on the defender.
Yeah, now in that case, very similar turn as before, but he had support behind him.
Yep.
You know, he has support behind him in that instance. So obviously it's a move that Jonathan likes, one that's worked well for him, but it's when do you try that move. Let's go out for a throw-in on near side for the Ramblers. About 13 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. Should be a St. Clair throw-in. The Panthers will bring on some substitutes. Looks like Stephen Mackey's going off for Matthew Kiernan, and Jesse Poljak is going out for
Hayden Bernhardt looks like coming on. So maybe they're going to move Burdett or Erdman up here, or keep Hayden in that.
Probably keep him in that hole. Interesting move. Not a position I'm aware of Hayden playing before.
Yeah, it looks like maybe going with two holding mids now. Let's see. Hayden definitely tucking back into that holding spot. We'll see where we go here. Good move by the prep defender there to get around Anthony. Here we go. Ball's going to be knocked out for a corner. So they're going to keep coming, and why not? Down 2-0 at this point. They need to find whatever they can. Try to get that first goal, and once the game goes 2-1, as we know, and it's anyone's game. So St. Clair, really whoever can find the next goal, it's going to be huge. If St. Clair can get them down 3-0, it'll be game over.
Let's hope we can get the ball cleared out here. About 12 and a half minutes left.
Ball served in. Good
Win
ball,
playing.
6-yard line. Headed out by Troy
Well
Kiernan.
done by Troy Kiernan, getting up strong for that ball. Need to get a
Dom
little
needs
easy
to be
there, Dominic.
careful
Yeah,
there.
a little easy there. Do not give them
Dangerous spot of the
yeah,
field.
do not give them a free kick there. Just no need for that. Boys just got to settle down, know where they are in the game, okay, know what's on the line, know where they are on the field at any point in time.
Here comes Robbie at midfield. Hard tackle by the prep defender. This will go through to Joe.
Joe just needs to hold that ball. No reason for him to pick it up. Absolutely no reason for him to pick it up until he's pressured.
Really
well
smart
done.
play. Really smart play. Knocking precious seconds off the clock.
Yeah, and theoretically, the goalie can dribble around there all day long if he
Yep.
wants to. He could do it for 15 minutes. So well done by Joe. And that's what I'm talking about, are knowing where you are in a game.
Yep.
And knowing how to close out a game.
Dom and Anthony pressuring. They're doubling up on the defender.
This ball skirts through. He's offside.
Anthony was offsides as Dom played the ball to him. Panthers have to just keep it simple in attacking third, as in the first half. They were just taking what was there for them. They weren't trying to create. If the dribble was on, they took it. If a good opportunity to pass and combine with teammates, they did that. If the cross was on, they did that. So let's see if we can get back to that.
See if we get
here.
back to that, yeah, because they did an excellent job in the offensive third in the first half. See if they can get back to that type of play.
Kiernan long for Dom Pizzone. That comes to the center back for the Ramblers. Ramblers will get desperate here. Frankly, their season's on the line. Here's
Wide
Marks in
open.
midfield.
Kiernan is wide open. Robbie
Robbie
sees him.
with a good ball into the channel, looking for Matt. Can he get there? He does, but also with the prep defender right on his hip, so that'll be a goal kick.
St. Clair, number 3, Jesse Poljak.
Jesse Poljak in, Troy Kiernan out.
Got a girls AA matchup here after this game. South Park taking on Harbor Creek.
Over Erdman's head. John will try to keep that ball in.
And
does a nice job keeping that ball in.
Prep just clearing out of the back now, wanting to get the ball forward. This should play into our hands.
Wind really holds that ball up.
Let's find feet here. Keep the ball is the best way to kill this game. You want to play kickball with them, you're going to keep them in it.
Just lay it off to Hayden. Well done. That's all we're looking for, boys. Prep coming out of their end.
The long ball dealt with by Burdett. Hayden wins a nice
Way
job
to come
win
back.
that ball.
Wins another tough tackle.
Plays the ball wide to Kiernan. He looks forward to Pizzone, who's maybe going to try to go here. He's got Matt on the back or on the near side. Touched the ball over the
Yeah, I don't know
sideline.
if Matt just, well, obviously misjudged it a little bit. But he'll get back and get in position defensively.
8.5 minutes left for the Panthers. If they can hold on to this 2-0 lead, they will advance to the PIAA semifinals versus either State College or Central Dauphin.
That's out for Panther throw-in.
Panther throw.
For Cathedral Prep, number 6, Ben Perlinsky.
Matt will throw along to the corner for Poljak. He's got, that was a good job. That ball did go out. See if we can get a long throw here.
Yeah, Garrett Blake comes over for the throw. Coming on about 7.5 minutes left in the game. Not surprisingly, the prep
Here
players.
comes the throw. It's long, going to back post. It's beat the goalie. Actually, he got out and did get a fist to that, so well done by him. It looked like it was going to be over his head. Just delay, delay, delay here. Or win a nice tackle like that.
I'm telling
That's
you.
a good way to delay.
I'm telling you.
There's Dom in the corner. He's
Just-
got Robbie trailing the play.
Just solid. He's just solid.
Need to play that ball a little quicker.
Well, you knew that was coming, and who was that? Anthony.
That's Anthony.
Pizzone. Yeah, you knew that. You knew that Rambler was going to be coming hard as can be, and Anthony does a nice job just holding his ground. Probably just got the wind knocked out of
Put
him.
his shoulder right into the sternum. That'll do it. That'll put you down every
Yeah,
time.
and hey, Anthony saw that coming.
Yep.
He saw that coming. He's got to protect himself. So hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him, and
Clock stopped with
a
about
couple of deep breaths, he'll be good to go.
7 minutes left here. So I'm sure the prep Erie Cathedral prep team, they came into this game on a real high, coming off a big emotional win against Peters Township.
Yeah,
and,
emotional win against Peters, but you know the report we got was that game could have gone either way. Okay, that prep not necessarily setting the world on fire. At the end of the day, they were happy to win that game, and I think what we've seen here this afternoon is that St. Clair is the better team, no question.
Yeah, and it surprises me, frankly, that they were able to score 4 goals against Peters Township. You know,
I agree. I agree.
Surprising.
Now, we're not out of the woods yet, just under 7 minutes here, 2-0 Upper St. Clair. Not sure if that ball
never
was
went
ever in, so
No,
he'll
it's
get to
gonna be
retake
another
that throw.
Prep throw.
Coming in, number 7, Stephen Matchy, and number 13,
Joel Hart.
Well, I guess he's saying it did come in. St. Clair's got the throw in.
I heard the one ref say never went in.
Yeah,
but
so
he
did I.
got overruled, I guess. Long throw by Garrett, looking for Robbie, who was down at the end line there, stretching the defense. Ball headed over by Poljak. It's going to come near side. Matt Kiernan looks the corner
Puts the
for
ball
Robbie.
out for Robbie Mertz. See if Robbie can deal on these
He's got
two
two
guys.
defenders.
Oh, that should be a foul.
And
but
there is
the
no
ref
foul. Did a nice
apparently
job
was
to
not
cut the
close
ball
enough to make
between-
that call.
Good job to cut the ball between those two defenders, but
He needs to be within 4 feet instead of the 5 that he was.
didn't have a good enough view. There's that outside of the foot move again. Ball over Worthy. Conlon coming out, but Worthy takes care of the business.
Yeah,
there.
and it surprised me here too that Prep constantly comes through the middle of the field.
Yep.
They've rarely tried to get the ball outside. I mean, over and over again, they're putting the ball into the middle. Good
Nice
call by
done by
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah, well done. No need for West to handle the ball there. Good call by Joe. Coming up on 5 minutes left in the game.
Prep with a little bit of possession here in the last couple minutes. A nice step up by Mike Worthy there. He puts a ball down into the channel.
Yeah, Joe's got to put some
Mackey
pressure.
running on it.
Coach Snyder imploring Joel to put on some pressure, which he does, and forces the Prep defender to put that ball out of bounds. Looks like Hayden Bernhardt going out, and
Dom
Troy
and Troy
Kiernan
back in the
coming
game.
back in. Robbie Mertz out, Dom Pizzone back in. Jonathan will corral this ball. Just play a little bit of possession here.
Here comes Dom in the corner of the 18. Crosses, finds Mackey on the far side, hits one. That forces a save out of the goalie.
Good shot by Mackey. Good save by the goalkeeper.
Ball's parried to the near corner and then played out. So it comes to midfield. Prep plays long down into the near corner.
One of the few times the Prep players have gone
West,
down
good
in
job
towards the
turning
flag.
there. Finds Troy in the middle. Finds
Well done
Hart
here,
in
and,
midfield. He goes long, far side. Looks like that might run out though over the far touchline. He's looking for Dom on a run.
Yeah, looking for Dom on the far side. He had Chu here, but elected to switch the field. Just overhit it a little bit. Not sure Dom was expecting that ball coming across at this stage of the game.
3.5 minutes left. At this point, looking pretty good for the Panthers to advance to the PIAA semis first time since what? 2004 has it been? Has it been that long since they've been to the semis?
Yeah, I think it has been because the last time they played Prep, it was in the Final 8.
Okay,
So yeah, it was probably 2004 was the last time they had made it to the semis, and they eventually won a state championship. And that year they were defending their state championship, and I believe that was the team that was 27-0.
It was, yes, it
and was actually ranked #1 in the country by Adidas.
Great team. Couple legacy players from that team. Mackey here. Matt Kiernan looking for Joel Hart. Good job by Joel to
Well done,
get a
Joel.
foot
Keep
in
up the
there.
pressure, Joel. Keep up the pressure. Don't let him turn. That ball's out. It'll come for a St. Clair throw-in. About 2.5 minutes left in the game here, and
Number 21 coming in for Upper St. Clair, Shane
Sibley coming into the game. First playoff action for Shane. Joel Hart off, Shane in. So Coach Snyder getting some different players in the game today. It's good to see.
2 minutes left in the half.
Prep at midfield. Clawing, trying anything at this point, trying to either get forward, ball in over Worthy. Be careful here, no foul. Shot taken back across the face of goal, but that's going to roll out for a St. Clair goal kick. Conlon to midfield. Header won by Prep. Minute 20 left. Blake clears long, looking for Sibley. He touches wide for Mackey. Plays that ball back in. Here's Poljak. He's going to get a foot to it.
Jesse
And there is
Poljak.
goal number 3. What a great ball by Steve Mackey.
Just a wonderful, wonderful prep touch by Jesse Poljak.
Really nice. The prep goalie had
Ramblers had changed their goalie, so this was their backup goalie. Okay, maybe his first action of a ball coming to him, but Jesse, just a wonderful goal. Just a very controlled, simple, easy touch away from the goalkeeper. He's able to keep his balance and run onto it and slot that ball in. 3-0 Upper St. Clair.
and that's it. Lights
That's
out.
all
Yep.
she wrote. About a minute left in the game.
Dom called for a foul. Yeah, less than a minute now. So
Right now, it's just protect yourself and let's
now
stay healthy
maybe
for the semis.
Maybe you have some insight on this. If it's State College or Upper Dauphin, where might this game be played?
This may be played in maybe in Altoona.
Altoona.
At
That's
the
what I maybe.
stadium in Altoona, or
Is there a field in Johnstown?
they
that
may go to
play at?
Johnstown. I think would be one of the two places that I think they may Panthers may find themselves Tuesday night.
Well, we shall see. I'm sure that'll all be
Looks like
sorted out.
hopefully an early dismissal for the boys.
Long throw. Cleared high. Just out of the top of the box, and that's a penalty. There's 15 seconds left. This game is over, folks. Upper St. Clair win again in the PIAA playoffs by a score of 3-0 over Erie Cathedral Prep. A great performance. They hung on in the second half and were able to find that second and third goal, so well done.
Yeah, and I think probably the most complete performance for the Panthers that I've seen here. Obviously, the Whitfield final was a very good game, okay, for the Panthers, but they played some excellent soccer here today. They weathered the storm from the Ramblers in the beginning of the second half through the middle of the second half. But this was a good game for the Panthers. They really look good, look like they're peaking at the right time, and we'll be back Tuesday night.
Well, hopefully they're healthy. I didn't see any apparent injuries from the game today, so they can stay healthy. And let's 2 more, and we're 2 more wins. We need 2 more wins. Right?
And how do we end every broadcast?
It's all you.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night.